So you've started talking to this guy. Maybe you've been out on a few dates, and you've noticed that he's always making you talk about yourself. And you're wondering why that is. Well, that's actually a good thing. If he's actually asking you stuff about yourself, you know, that means he's curious about you. He's curious about knowing more about you. Typically, when guys are not really interested, or maybe they have very low interest, or they're only thinking, I just want to hit this and get out. They're not really going to ask you stuff that much about you. They're not going to delve into who you are. They're not going to try to figure out what makes you you. So if you're curious about why he keeps asking you stuff about you and wanting you to tell him about yourself, and not so much about him telling you about himself, it's because of that. So maybe you're coming from the point of you seem a little bit suspicious that maybe he's got something to hide or what have you. That's not necessarily the case. If you feel that way, then try asking him stuff too. Now, a lot of times, people complain. Sometimes you complain. A person will complain about, well, he keeps asking me stuff about myself, and he's not revealing much about himself. Well, have you asked him? Have you asked him questions about himself? Have you followed up? Done follow-up questions after you ask him questions about himself? You know, you've got to also find ways to initiate conversation as well. So to some extent, he might feel like he's the one who's pushing the conversation. So he's asking you stuff about you. And you're thinking, why doesn't he reveal more about himself? But he's waiting for you to ask him stuff about him. But you're not doing that. All right? So it could also be that situation as well.